what we're about to see in this one. It's the Houston Cougars and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys. Houston's head coach told me right before the game he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Red Raiders offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Finds the tight end. Shakes him in, and he might take off. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Hammond. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Making side adjustments here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Red Raiders are marching down the field. Firing to the right, complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Trying to run, it's Williams.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And after yet another third down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cougars offense will now get its first chance with the football. He has a talented cornerback on the other side. He's really been looking forward to this matchup to prove how good he is. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Hughes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Can they catch it? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll run the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Paula, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Red Raiders will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And he's in for a 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. The Cougars takes the field to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They've got a first down here to open the period. Gives it on the option. Finding some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Back to pass, it's Wegman. Pulls it in, it's Walker. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the moment.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good, right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Gain of 8 yards on the play is too short of the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air, it's Hammond. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Find some fresh air. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Red Raiders have it with a first and 10. Right back to the well. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Eakin. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Tight end now in motion. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Quarterback showing you his toughness there. He was in the pocket. He knew he was going to get hit, and still he delivers a strike.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. That's reeled in, it's Walker. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to throw again. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Back to pass, it's Hammond. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. He breaks a tackle. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Timeout call by the Red Raiders, and now Texas Tech will have no more to use. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Steps away to find some room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The snap sets up the throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged in the middle, it's Simmons. And he make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the Delaware Blue Hens.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Finds his tight end.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep a foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Houston will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Pulls it, fired complete. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Hammond. That's caught by Williams. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Rifles it down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. It's 3rd and 5. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the Red Raiders will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Working the big fella to the corner. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Houston wants to play fast.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice.
There's a crease, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit home, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running inside, it's Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the back. Got it in the middle of Eakin. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. Throws it deep. Goes high to pull it in. There he goes. Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Cougars sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Fires to the big fella. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Thomas. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Hughes. And he's dragged down.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up 4th down from the 43. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. The play action fake. Under fire. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Wegman setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. 3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. He wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistent.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Slithers into space. And they're able to get him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his man. It's Eakin. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Now the Cougars are going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Timeout Houston, their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure.
There's some room. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. And the Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Here's a give to Joyner. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Here's Quentin one more time. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Hauls it in. At the 20, he's got space.
And it's so fitting that that completion ices the game and wins it for his team. This quarterback's looked really good all game, David. He's been in a nice rhythm. He's been making good decisions, taking care of the football, and just putting the offense in good positions. Really nice to see that completion at the end win this thing.
Oh, and it's so frustrating defensively because, dude, I've had no answers. I can't stop it. He's been good